Good afternoon, it's Phil and
Edward. Hi.
From Ashdown Jones. If you think we look a bit different today, you're right, I'm a year older, a whole year older today. So
wow, happy birthday.
The cakes haven't arrived yet, so if you've ordered a cake, then I'd chase it up. So the reason they're live today is, well, A, because we missed it yesterday, but B, because this last 5 to 6 weeks has been ridiculous in terms of offers, in terms of sales.
Yeah.
So we just want to explain to you what we think and what we feel our role is when we get an offer. So I'll start. So we had an offer this morning, and the first thing for us to do is, although legally we have to put that offer forward, we have to make sure that first offer is as high as possible. So it's not a case of taking an offer and passing it on. Often it's a case of taking the offer and having a conversation with the buyer to try and make sure the first offer is as high as possible, because on average people make, let's say, 3 offers. If the first one is as high as possible, the chance of it getting up to asking price is obviously a lot higher.
Yeah.
So we had this morning, didn't we?
We did, yeah, and we've had it a couple of times recently. So that is really important. And then I suppose the second thing is about giving our guidance in regards to the offer that's been put forward. And obviously where best, giving the best advice that we can to vendors, homeowners, in regards to what they should do with that offer, whether they should accept it or whether we should try and get a little bit higher, or more importantly, whether we need to sort of review potentially some other people that have viewed, that have shown an interest, to make sure that we've covered all bases before they make a confirmed decision on the offer that's been put forward.
Yeah, so the first thing we would do is inform everyone that's ever been interested in the home, to see if there's anyone that has maybe been considering. You never know who's lying around thinking, oh, I might offer them that next week, or and the one in Kendal was a good example. We sold it and all of a sudden there was 3 or 4 people that were really keen to put an offer forward, and it's just how it happens sometimes, isn't it? But what our job isn't is to take an offer and just pass it forward to the seller. It's amazing, I personally think, how much a good negotiator, a skillful negotiator, can actually add on to the value of an offer, and it soon adds up, doesn't it?
It does. It can increase, definitely. I think another thing that's important is for us to give or get an understanding of that buyer's position. So not just get the offer, but get an understanding of where they're at in terms of actually being able to act on that offer. Again, we've had one today or yesterday, and somebody, they wanted to offer a full asking price offer on a house, but unfortunately they weren't in a position. And somebody else wanted to offer that was in a position. So even if it might not be the same figure in terms of the offer, one might be able to move at the pace or speed that the homeowner's looking for. And it's just sort of weighing up the pros and cons of the figure of the offer and what position they're in.
Yeah, definitely.
And making sure that the homeowners understand.
And emotionally as well, with how there's some buyers that come and sit at your door at a house, and you get the feeling from them that if there's a sticky patch down the line, they're still going to stay with it. Whereas some people, maybe if it's a discretionary purchase and it's not for their family, it might not be as solid. So we can discuss all those things, but it's
but it's definitely not, is it? Just this is the offer, here you are, and that's it. It's more to it than that.
Yeah. So, and we're having to do this a lot at the moment, which is great.
It is.
But if you are thinking about the political environment or whatever is happening, and you're going to stay away from selling your house, I would have a chat with an agent. We're happy to speak to you and just ask them about the market, about the buyers that are there, and how we see it going forward in the next 3 or 4 months, and see if we can change your mind, if we can help you make a decision.
Can give some advice. Give us a call.
Give us a call. So thank you very much. We'll see you next week.
Thanks.